All right, let's dive into one of the great mysteries of the universe for any cat owner. You know the scene. One minute, you and your cat are best friends, and the next, you're fending off a surprise attack. Today, we're decoding exactly what's going on. I mean, come on, who hasn't been there? You're just sitting on the couch, minding your own business, giving them a nice pet, and then, bam, the claws come out. It's a totally universal experience for cat people, and it always leaves you wondering, why?
And this is the heart of it, isn't it? That insane whiplash from a happy, purring fluff ball to total chaos. It feels so random, so personal. But what if I told you it's neither of those things?
And this, right here, is the single most important thing to remember. This isn't your cat having a bad day or secretly plotting against you. It's not about emotion. It's just a set of complex, instinct-driven, and, believe it or not, pretty logical behaviors that we're about to break down.
Okay, first up, we have to talk about the tiny, ferocious hunter that lives inside your fluffy little roommate. A huge chunk of what looks like aggression to us is really just your cat. Well, being a cat. Those predator instincts are wired in deep. So what's so interesting here is how simple the trigger really is. You're not actually seeing an attack. What you're seeing is play mode getting activated. Your cat's brain is literally designed to react to any sudden movement with lightning-fast speed.
And this just spells out their logic perfectly. Your hand wiggles a little, maybe your foot twitches under a blanket. Their brain doesn't register, my beloved owner. Nope. It registers small, fast-moving prey object. And just like that, game on, whether you wanted to play or not.
Oh yeah, and this is another classic example of that exact same pent-up energy. We all know it, we've all seen it, the Zoomies. That's just your cat discharging all that coiled-up hunter energy in a wild, chaotic sprint. It's not aggression, it's just pure instinct bursting out. Now let's build on that. We're about to get to what is probably the single biggest reason for these so-called sudden attacks. Seriously, this is the one that might just change how you see your cat forever. So pay close attention. We're moving beyond simple play instincts now and into the fascinating world of cat communication. And chances are, you've been missing some pretty major messages.
So here's the crucial point. The attack is very rarely a surprise to your cat. It's actually the final step in a conversation you didn't even know you were having. They've been trying to tell you something, but let's be honest, most of us humans are not fluent in cat.
These are the flashing warning lights, okay? A slow, rhythmic flick of the tail isn't a happy wag like a dog's. Oh no. That's a sign of growing irritation. And the ears, when they start to flatten back against their head, that's a very clear signal to back off. And that intense, unblinking stare, they're basically telling you, you are about to cross a line, my friend. And there it is. When you miss those signals and just keep on petting, you've blown right past their boundaries. The bite or scratch that comes next isn't out of the blue. It's the totally predictable consequence of a warning that went unheard.
But what about when they seem to invite you to pet them and then they attack? Okay, this is where it gets really weird and really fascinating. Welcome, my friends, to the world of affectionate aggression.
Ah, the infamous belly rub trap. We've all fallen for it. Your cat rolls over, shows you that fluffy, irresistible stomach. It's a huge act of trust. But here's the secret. It is not always an open invitation for a long belly rub session. More often than not, it's a trap with a very, very short timer. This slide just captures the miscommunication perfectly. Your goal is simple, show affection. Their goal is a little more complicated. Exposing their belly is super vulnerable for them, so touching it for just a little too long can flip a switch in their brain from trust to defend. And you have to admit there's a certain evil genius to it. They lure you in with the ultimate sign of trust, only to enforce their boundaries with shocking speed and clarity. Yeah, you should never, ever underestimate the mind of a cat. Now, let's talk about the most confusing move in the entire playbook, the love bite. This is when your cat is purring, rubbing on you, clearly happy, and then gently, or sometimes not so gently, nips you. What in the world does that mean?
And the answer is, well, it's complicated. Sometimes it's just a sign that they're getting a little overstimulated from all the petting. Sometimes it's a little throwback to when they were kittens, play fighting with their siblings. And sometimes, yeah, it's a possessive thing. A little nibble that says, you belong to me now. It's this crazy mix of love, instinct, and ownership, all in one bite.
So as we start to wrap this all up, the biggest takeaway is right here. We need to stop seeing these moments as random, aggressive attacks. We need to start seeing them for what they really are: communication. It's a whole conversation, and we can actually learn to understand it.
So let's just do a quick recap. First, a lot of the time it's just their inner hunter wanting to play. Second, and this is the big one, they almost always give you clear warnings before they strike. Third, even the most confusing bites can actually be a weird, twisted way of showing affection. And above all else, remember, it's not personal.
And really, that just says it all. This weird, wonderful mix of cuddly companion and tiny predator is exactly what makes cats so endlessly fascinating. Understanding this stuff is just part of the deal when you live with and love these incredible animals.
So, I'll leave you with this question. The next time you're petting your cat and you see that tail start to flick or you see those ears start to go back, you'll know what's happening. You're no longer just the clueless victim of a random attack. You are one half of a conversation. The only question is, are you ready to finally listen?